Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki, and today we have 3 segments for you. We're doing a closer look, a project follow-up, and a Beyond the Workshop with Mac the Greyhound.
Before we get started, we actually forgot to tell you something on last Workshop Wednesday. So March 28th, we celebrated our 4-year anniversary of Mother-Daughter Project. So 4 years ago, we rescreened my porch and we made a video about it and put it on YouTube, and the rest is history. We're still doing it 4 years later, and what do you think? Do you still enjoy it?
I still enjoy it. Yes, I do. And that screen has held up through at least 2 hurricanes.
2 or 3 hurricanes,
yes,
yeah.
Even the really bad one that was in October.
And my dad falling through the door of the
Oh,
screen.
yeah, I forgot about that. We had to rescreen the door twice.
But that's only because
I
a human
forgot.
fell through it. So, and
Yes.
he's okay. He's
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed it, but we have tweaked our name just a tiny bit. You will see us writing the words DIY for homeowners, and we did that because people think we do projects just for mothers and daughters. And as followers, you know that's not the case. We're just mother-daughter. So you will find us at DIY for homeowners, or again, you can just find us at motherdaughterprojects.com. Both of those names will take you to the same place. Same people, same content, just a little bit. Tweak the name just a tiny bit.
Just us. We also want to announce for the last 2 years we've been working with the Home Depot on the Prospective campaign, and we have just signed our 3rd contract with them. Yay. So we will again work with them with the Prospective campaign, so we'll get tools every quarter and get to share them with you guys. So we are very excited to continue our relationship with the Home Depot.
Yes.
Love them.
First up, we're going to take a closer look, and it's these tools right behind us. It's the brand new Milwaukee Outdoor tool system that works together. It has a power head and 4 different attachments that you can add to it. It's battery operated, so if you're already in the Milwaukee battery system, totally works with that. A couple of weeks ago, we actually unboxed the tools on a Workshop Wednesday, and now we're going to show you how they work.
The first tool we tried out was the hedge trimmer, and here you can see Mom using it. And once she brings the blade to the branches, they are gone. It works really well, and the one thing we did notice about the hedge trimmer is it's pretty top heavy, and so it was a challenge to hold. And I took over, and I was able to do it, but the strap that it comes with it is a little bit too long. We had to knot it so we could balance it a little bit better. But you can see once the blade hits the branches, they're gone. It really does a great job at cutting. This is also an articulating head, so you can move it in different directions depending on where the hedge is that you need to cut. Now, we know nothing about taking care of the yard. This probably is a really bad job. We're going to be doing some landscaping in the near future because we need to learn. But again, it really did a great job at cutting. And there's also an extension pole that I have added right here, so you can really get into flower beds if you need to, and without having to actually physically go in there. So that worked well. Again, this was even more top heavy, but I was able to do a little bit of this and get those hedges trimmed.
Now I'm using the string trimmer. I found it really actually very easy to use, and it really is a lot of fun to do. I have these volunteer plants that come up in my ivy, so I was trying to clear some of those out. But it did a great job. It just ran through these weeds like nothing. The tool feels really balanced. It's easy for me to do. I was able to hold it and be very efficient with cutting the weeds. This is the very first time I ever actually edged a sidewalk or a driveway, and I took a little bit of learning to figure out how to do it, but I did it easily, and it did a great job getting through all of that really tough grass. This is the pole saw. We're going to add some bar and chain oil to it before we get started. You need to add that, make sure you have a high quality, pour it in there to the fill line, and then let it run for about 30 seconds so it gets well lubricated, and then you're ready to go. Pop in that battery and start trimming. Now you can cut those branches either from the top or from the bottom, and be sure when you're doing that to not stand right underneath the branch.
When we were done working with the tools, we took the battery out, and we designed the power head to sit up high so that we could easily take the attached tool off of it, and then we can put it in its storage spot. Everything hangs nice and easy to access. On Monday, we asked you what outdoor tool you use most often, and overwhelmingly, pretty much everyone said the string trimmer. So the power head comes with the string trimmer, so if you're getting into the system, that's the first thing you would get, and then each attachment you could just buy separately. Also, you know us, we read the manuals for every tool, and all of these attachments had their own manual, and we've read them, but we have finally come up with a way to not have to keep these paper copies anymore. what we've done is, tell us what we've done, Mom.
We've actually created this little QR code that when we scan it, it goes right to all of those manuals. Now this QR code, if you're not familiar, is sort of like a barcode. Scan this when we need to access a manual for one of these tools, and it makes it really, really convenient. And now what we're going to start doing is adding the QR codes to each individual tools. But this way we can just scan our little QR code with our phones, and it come right up, and we troubleshoot what we need to troubleshoot.
And QR codes are free to make. You can do them really easily online. If you're interested in how we created the system, why we created it is because we are over paper. Okay, that's why we created it. But if you're interested in that system, let us know in the comments below, because we might make a whole video about that and how to set that up.
Yes. Now we're going to do a project follow-up, and we're going to do that at Steph's home, and it's actually one of our favorite projects. We didn't know that at the time. It's going to be one of our favorites, but she's going to head to her house, or we'll go together, and we will share that with you.
All right, come on. Welcome to Project Follow-Up. I'm here right outside my front door, and I'm going to talk about the flag holder that we made a little over a year ago. We built this because we had built the concrete base for a Christmas project, and we wanted to be able to use that concrete base for another purpose throughout the year. And we actually liked this so much that we didn't even put up the Christmas tree this year because we love having this flag holder. Now, I'm not a big flag kind of decorating person, but when we made this, I put up one flag and I was like, oh, now I want to have a different flag for around each time of the year. So I actually bought a pack on Amazon of 12 different flags. Those are right here. And so I got all these different flags so I could use them throughout the year, but then I realized I didn't have a way of storing them. So something I wanted to share was, these are pants. You use these to hang pants on, but they work perfect for my flags. So when it comes to, the 4th of July, I just take this off and I can just remove this, take my old one off, put my new one on, and I'm ready to go. I actually store them in my laundry room on the two-sided paint and battery storage that we made a little while ago as well. But this could be stored in a closet, hallway closet. And this, the way it's holding up really well. As you can see, the base is holding up super well. And on the bottom, felt, because we were going to use it inside. But when we ended up using it outside, we thought the felt might get really gross. But as you can see, it didn't get gross at all. It's actually holding up really well. I don't remember if we said in the original post, but we just put a clear polyurethane spray on the concrete, and that's what's kept it sealed, and we haven't had any issues with the weather and the concrete. Spray painted PVC is doing nicely, no cracking, no anything there. And it's just pretty great. I really enjoy it, and we'll put a link to the original project that we used. And if there's bad weather, it's really easy to bring inside the house. As you might know, in November, I adopted a Greyhound, my very first dog, and she's shown up in a lot of our videos that we film at my house because she's there, and she wants to be wherever we are. So when we're working in the garage at my house, she is always in there, and she's become our shop dog.
Shop dog.
So she actually has a couple tips for how to be the perfect shop dog, so take a look.
Take a look.
couple little tips for the perfect shop dog. If you're looking for a shop dog, a greyhound is a great option. And actually, speaking of greyhounds, my across the street neighbors, they just adopted a greyhound just this week. I'm so excited. We're gonna have their dog meet Mac very soon, so I'm excited to see if they become friends and if they run together.
We're hoping they'll run together.
I know,
Yes,
they
they're
race.
oh my goodness.
I mean,
they're
just
so
fun
cool.
race. Like, we're not gonna force them
We're
to
more
race.
excited than I think we should be about someone else's
Probably.
pets.
Yeah.
but-
Well, I had a friend across the street growing up, so she'll have a friend.
Yeah, that's
That'll be
right.
sweet. I don't know.
Yes,
I
it'll
think
be
it's cool.
sweet. Speaking of friends, we would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We ask you that every single time that we do a video, but we're very close to getting 10,000 subscribers. And once we get to 10,000, YouTube gives us more features that we can use. So if you haven't subscribed, please do that. And if you would share with your friends and encourage them to subscribe, we would really, really appreciate it.
We got new magnets. Mom finally let me get a magnet, and I told her we were going to put them on our workbenches, and guess where she put them?
I put them there. I put one in my car. I put them one over there. There is only one on a workbench.
They're everywhere, so there you go.
You can move them. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that is true. They're magnetic.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.